Hey, welcome to the DBB channel. Today we have a stream finals game between Belphemon against metalgarurumon X. Now, both are definitely adorable in their unique ways, but what's to take note is that both did very well in their Swiss rounds, making all the way to the finals. Especially for the Belphemon, he actually go 5-0 before going to the finals. So, Belphemon is actually a very interesting deck that actually made its debut in the latest BT13 set. It gave purple another unique playstyle and something to look forward to. On the other hand, we have the best boy Metalgarurumon. Now this deck existed way back in BT09 and is actually pretty relevant in the current meta. Now the deck made a special comeback in Southeast Asia itself due to the recent RB01 set, which actually reprinted the promo Garurumons and make them legal for tournament play. So without further ado, let's dive right into the game itself as we do see the Gabumon coming down. Apologies for the glare there. Due to this play, he actually passed 3 remain to the Belphemon player, and the Belphemon player does have the new Gizumons. This Gizumon actually gives a very unique play style. Again, he does actually evolve to this Sakomon, which does have a very unique on deletion skills that's similar to the Metalgarurumon, which actually pairs very well together. And he does have 3 to work with, and he's going to hard play the Icemon, the classic Icemon scatter mode to just choke the right player at 1 memory. And the right player doesn't have the level 4 yet, but he does have the Gabumon X in his hand, which he can actually just evolve over the Gabumon to allow him to draw 1. And then he can of course look at the top 3 to pick up a Garurumon or Omimon to hand. He does actually reveal a potential. He does actually pick up the Garurumon instead over the Garurumon. So I believe he actually draw to the Garurumon already. He's going to swing the Gabumon X without any fear at the security. And if you guys don't already know, Metalgarurumon X actually is an OTK deck. However, it does have to deal some damage prior to the OTK turn. Now we do hit to this new tamer from BT13 and he actually don't use the effect here, so definitely a misplay. The effect mainly allows you to cycle through a deck and you really want to see the sleep mode as soon as possible. Most likely a stream nervousness because you are in a finals game after all, so it actually does forget the Akihiro tamer there, so which is pretty unfortunate, but it shouldn't affect too much of the game as he does have the rookie pushed out from nursery already and he's going to swing at the security, I believe. And of course you do hope that it does die in the security check to allow you to cycle and does hit into the Gabumon, and of course with just 1 KDP it's definitely gonna die, and this allows him to draw 1 and discard 1 for each ability. Let's draw into the purple Merit boost and the AA definitely do look very nice. He's just going to discard the Rage mode into the drop zone because you don't actually need the Rage mode in hand, given that Sleep mode actually does have a way to slot it underneath it. It does discard the Gizumon as well to the drop zone. And he does have the Icemon scatter mode next, so I'm very confident he's going to swing with that into the security and doing some cheap damage. So the main cycle, or rather what you're cycling towards to, is definitely the sleep mode. The sleep mode does allow you to tank against your opponent and does have a very strong protection effect. Prevents your opponent from actually choosing or rather affecting him in terms of effect. And of course it does have the negation of attack by just discarding 2 cards from hand, although it just once per turn. Now you do see the Scattermon actually just dying in the security check. It's going to discard one of the Tamers, and I believe the Gazimon, because there's not much target to choose already, but looks like he does actually reconsider. He's going to discard the Ragement once again from his hand. And he does have only 1 way to work with, and what will he do in his turn? Will he just go for the purple Merit boost to search for the Rage mode, or rather the Sleep mode, sorry? Or will he actually just hard play Gizumon? Looks like he's reconsidering it. He can actually hard play the Iceman still, but it will give 3 remain to the right player and it might not be the best case scenario. So he's really thinking back and forth here. Purple Merit boost or the Gizumon, he does go for the Proto Gizumon. Okay, so Proto Gizumon does on play, draw 1, and of course stretch 1 card from my hand. Very decent cycle, it does draw into the Rage mode and instantly discarding it. Now we do have 2 memory for the right player to work with. He does actually withstand the Gabumon X, and I wonder what will be the next move for him to take. So in his hand he does have the promo Guru to evolve in nursery, so that might be the best play, and actually does survive another check on the Gabumon X, so that's definitely very nice for him. He almost have jamming even though he doesn't want to. And we do evolve to the Garurumon in the nursery and passing back just 1 way to the right, left player. The left player does actually remember to use the purple tamer here to actually just cycle 1 more card, basically drawing 1 and discarding 1. It does have a secondary effect which allows you to hard play the sleep mode for basically a cheaper cost, but however we don't see the sleep mode in his hand right now, so that's pretty unfortunate. He actually draw into the new option here. Now the new option does have a very strong ability, allowing you to delete 1 of your own Digimon to delete 1 of your opponent level 6 and above Digimon. But however, the opponent does have only Gabumon X in the field and it's going to actually deal with the Gabumon X with the Proto Gizumon Given that the Gabumon X has already due 2 security checks, he definitely has to respect it, and looks like he does actually evolve the Icemon Scatter Mode in the nursery and just passing turn. But the right player definitely has a choice to make. I believe he just top decked into a Davies Tamer, so he can actually use the Davies Tamer to set up for his potential next turn, given that he does have the Metalgarurumon, the Metalgaruru X, and of course the Omimon. So he can actually go for the finish already, and he does really need to set up with the Davies in this turn alone. So I'm very sure he's actually just concerned about the potential sleep mode, because sleep mode, as I mentioned just now, can actually potentially stop one attack by just discarding 2 cards in hand. So looks like just going to go for the Davies Tamer here, looking at top 3, and of course setting up for the 3 memory guarantee in the next turn. He has actually pick up the Garurumon, instantly adding it to hand and passing back 3 memory to the left player. The left player does have a nursery Icemon Scatter Mode as well as a Proto Gizumon, but he definitely does not have lethal yet, and we finally draw into the sleep mode for the left player. Now the sleep mode is definitely a very key card for the whole deck, given that the whole deck is just called a Belphemon deck, but if you guys don't already know, the sleep mode is definitely the card to look out for. So he's going to just discard 1 thanks to the Tamer and just going to start the turn off with 3 memory here. However, he's not able to do too much aside from just swinging the bodies into the security, I believe. And both Digimons does have an on-deletion effect, but the most prime deletion is definitely the Icemon Scatter Mode. It's going to swing with it first, add a security with just 4 KDP. That's it into the X antibody, and that's something that you don't really want to see because it's technically like a hammer spark. You lost 1 memory and gave opponent 1 more card in hand, and he's going to swing the Proto Gizumon as well, and looks like he does it into another X antibody, pushing him back to 1 memory. Even though he'd actually start the turn with 3 memory, he just lose 2 memory thanks to the back-to-back X antibody, and he's not looking too good for the left player. However, he does have still the option to actually hard play the sleep mode if he wants to. However, it's going to pass back him actually 10 memory to the right player, and 10 memory is a lot if you ask me. However, you can actually opt to use the Tamer effect to actually pop the Proto Gizumon to reduce the hard play by 3 costs. But however, an 8 cost and an 11 cost is not going to make too much difference, given that the line of play for the Metalgarurumon is going to be straightforward and just going to push out the Garurumon and does his shenanigans. Now we do see the sleep mode actually attaching the rage mode underneath it, waiting for the next turn to actually go for the potential kill. So in a sense, this is the last turn for the Metalgarurumon, because if the sleep mode actually survives this turn, he can actually go for the game, given that the rage mode does have a double attack in itself. It's going to push out the Garurumon as expected, and it's going to actually consider what it's going to do. It's going to actually swing at the Proto Gizumon, dealing with it instantly. It's going to draw 1 thanks to the Garurumon inherit ability, and then of course using the Gabumon skill. Or rather, it's just going to restand first and using Gabumon's skill to actually look at top 3 to pick up a Gabumon as well as a blue Tamer to hand. It's going to pick up a Gabumon instantly. And of course, with the Gabumon in hand, he's going to increase the hand size by a lot, and this definitely helps the EX1 Metalgarurumon he's going to play towards too. But looks like this sleep mode is going to actually consider using his effect to actually protect the Gizumon, which is very interesting, not respecting the potential OTK from the right player. And looks like he's going to swing again at the Proto Gizumon. The Proto Gizumon is of course going to just drop into the drop zone. It's going to evolve to the Garurumon X antibody, which allows it to restand 1 more time, and of course bouncing off the Scatter Mode to hand. This does pushing out of the lethal zone against the Belphemon player, but however he's going to go for the Metalgarurumon, and he's going to count for each 4 cards in his hand. He's going to actually reduce the memory, or rather gain the memory. And looks like he does have, I believe, like more than 12. Just going to gain 3 memory and back to 9 memory here. And looks like he's actually going to slot the X antibody, which was actually checked through the security in the previous turn. This allows him to swing and of course Digivolve into the Metalgaruru X. And the Metalgaruru X is not able to bounce the sleep mode to hand thanks to his protection effect, but however this is going to be 2 checks with a restanding Metalgarurumon. Now the only bad play will be actually hitting into a Zwart or potential any big Digimons in the purple security, because there's no Garurumon X inside the inherit ability, and does actually go for a very clean one and going to end the game with a very clean Omimon restand for a Blitz, and the best boy does take the win from here. Now this is the Metalgaruru X decklist if you guys are interested in. And this will be the Belphemon decklist if you guys are interested in as well, and I really recommend you guys to try it out. Thank you guys for watching till the end, and do consider subscribing, dropping a like and a comment if you do enjoy the content.